Hello my fellow GameMelters, fishermen, adventurers and all other sorts of game-loving people. I'm Valentin and today I bring you the 16th Android gem. As our series is enjoying its sweet 16, we're going to have a look at a game called Legend of the Skyfish, aka what happens when Pudge from Dota meets Zelda. According to the game story, a small village of greedy fishermen had the dream to catch all the fish in the world, and as they went further down into the ocean they discovered one of those things that it's best not to discover or bother in any way. As most fishermen do, they did bother it, and as a result the mighty and evil Skyfish woke up. A terrible creature that looks like a Chinese dragon and smells like out-of-date salmon. The Skyfish was quite unhappy being woken and did the only reasonable thing it could do: enslaved every last one of them and populated the world with murlocs. Fortunately you were saved by a weird but friendly whale. When I say friendly, I mean friendly to you, as this same whale told you how to use a fishing rod and exterminate the fish nation. Equipped with that same rod and a red cape, you embark on a journey to free the lands of all evil, using a grappling hook. As always, we're going to check the graphics of the game first, then the sounds, and finally move on to the gameplay. First things first, this game is gorgeous. Legend of the Skyfish is hand-drawn, and what a job they have done. Starting from the main character and her fishing rods, some of which look like great swords, going through the enemies and the environment, everything looks handcrafted, not just hand-drawn. Animations are well done, and all elements feel like they belong in this world. You can see how some assets have been reused throughout the game, but they are always changed in such a way as to fit perfectly inside the new level. As you progress through the storyline, the colors of the world change from spring green to vile purple, stinking with corruption. Art style is consistent and the whole game looks like illustrations from a children's storybook. As I said before, absolutely gorgeous. Sounds and music are up next. All the sounds in the game sound a little bit cartoonish in the best possible way. From swinging your fishing rod to enemies squeaking when they die, it all feels safe in a weird way, like you know that nothing seriously bad can happen. Moving floating platforms and opening stone doors sounds exactly the way you imagine those to sound. It is very hard to explain it, but Legend of the Skyfish seems to have the sounds taken straight from a child's imagination. Not exactly realistic, but exactly what you thought they would be when you were 7. Sterling job. The background music sounds like a folklore tune and adds to the overall mystical feeling, as if you are the main character in a fairy tale. Only that this main character is badass and hungry for some fish. That was all on graphics and sounds. If you don't know what follows next, please educate yourself. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, your main weapon is a fishing rod. However, it is much more than a weapon, as you use it like a grappling hook to draw enemies towards you or to pretend you're Spider-Man flying around the level. Both of those feel extremely rewarding, and once you master the controls of the hook, you are in for some crazy fast combos. With that said, mastering the controls might be a bit hard, as they certainly aren't the best aspect of this game. Aiming the hook requires unnecessary precision in my opinion, and the movement can be super frustrating at times, getting you stuck behind a rock in the middle of a spiky field and dying a horrible death as a result. If you are able to forgive the developer for that little annoyance, you are in for a great experience though. The game is broken down into levels, each one being a puzzle in itself. In order to finish a level, you need to find and bash an ancient totem until it's broken into pieces. In their core, puzzles are quite simple. You press buttons, pull levers and kill all the enemies in order to open some stone gates throughout the level and clear your way. However, it is the way you use your fishing pole that makes those unique. Certainly hitting is a fun way to get rid of enemies, but pulling them and leaving them in the middle of a field of spikes is definitely way more stylish. Legend of the Skyfish has 3 bosses, hopefully including a battle with the mighty Skyfish itself, and even though they're a bit too easy for my liking, you can see that lots of love has gone into making those. Legend of the Skyfish is a perfect example how an amazing core gameplay loop can compensate for other areas of gameplay. In this case, the variety of the levels is not that great, and many times it is down to just executing the puzzle, not that much solving them. Because of the fishing pole, however, even doing the same thing over and over again feels quite a lot better. Obviously, you will get bored after a while, but the game doesn't drag out for longer than necessary. Enemies are quite original, and it is evident that most of them have been designed to fit into the puzzles, not just give you more stuff to hit with your fishing rod. As a result, we get places in the game where the only solution is an amazing action sequence, including grappling, swinging and running through a field of spikes. That's priceless. Legend of the Skyfish is a full-price premium game with no in-app purchases or sneaky advertisements. It is currently priced at £2.69 or whatever your currency is. In my opinion, that's more than a fair price given the great quality of the experience you get. I suggest you go ahead and grab it, as those developers are definitely worth supporting. That was all from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe. If you didn't, please don't say anything, as you might break my heart. Make sure to follow GameMelter on all the social media, that includes Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.